After weeks of discussions, EU leaders have agreed on an immediate partial embargo of Russian oil imports. The plan is expected to affect up to 90% of Russian oil imports by the end of the year. It's seen as the most significant set of sanctions hitting at Russia in response to its invasion of Ukraine. However, the EU's agreement includes exemptions for Hungary, which depends on Russian supplies and had been holding up negotiations. With all the latest developments from Brussels,
EU leaders have given the green light to some of the toughest sanctions against Russia so far. They've agreed to ban most of the oil they receive from Russia.
This is very important. Thanks to this, Council should now be able to finalize a ban on almost 90% of all Russian oil imports by the end of the year.
2/3 of Russian oil imports arrive in the EU by sea. That will be banned immediately. But there'll be a temporary exemption for pipeline oil because of objections by Hungary. It says its economy can't cope with the ban. Germany and Poland have volunteered to wind down their pipeline imports by the end of this year. That leaves around 10% of pipeline oil from Russia, which will continue to go to Hungary, Slovakia and the Czech Republic. The EU's also taking measures against Russia's biggest bank and people accused of war crimes in Ukraine. It's taken weeks of complicated negotiations for the EU to reach this compromise deal. Earlier sanction packages were agreed quickly, but the oil embargo has exposed divisions among European countries. EU leaders say they want to wean themselves off Russian gas as well as oil, but that's likely to be far more complicated. The oil embargo will cost Russia billions. With oil prices surging, it will hurt Europe too. In Ukraine, fierce fighting continues, especially in the Donbas region in the east of the country. The EU hopes the new sanctions will cut off a huge source of funds for Russia's war effort there.
And Moscow's position on this is, well, it's a big world out there, isn't it? We'll sell to other markets. We'll sell to Africa, to Asia. And even if Russia has to do that at a discount, it reckons that the high global oil price will help offset those losses. Now, that may be wishful thinking on the part of Moscow, but I suspect that Vladimir Putin will not be sitting in the Kremlin right now thinking, oh my goodness, I've miscalculated, I've underestimated the economic consequences of this for my country. I'm going to pull my troops out of Ukraine. I can't see that happening. More likely, based on the anti-Western rhetoric he's been coming out with in recent weeks, President Putin will be saying to himself, OK, Europe, citizens of Europe, you're already experiencing a degree of economic pain. Expect more of that now as a result of this oil embargo.